Bob, it was quite a closing week for the Pirate softball team. You had Linfield here, who obviously showed how good that they are right now, and then George Fox in a very, very competitive series. Both teams won 2 games. Take us back through the week. Some adversity you guys had to overcome with injuries and other things, and where is this team heading into this conference tournament?
I think most coaches in all sports try not to talk about the injuries or use those things as excuses, but when it hits core players on your team, they're the everyday players on the field, and they bring so much energy to the entire room. That really impacts the team in such an emotional, negative way. Getting into the playoffs it's hard to do. And for this team to overcome all of the things that they did throughout the year, the travel, and then knowing that they had to accomplish, knowing what they had to accomplish this past week at home to get wins, a team that was trying to get into the playoffs that we had to beat, and then to play 2 top teams that are in the playoffs. We actually ended Sunday on Senior Day excited about winning, but you could just feel it in the team how disturbed they were for a couple of their seniors to be hurt. That's how close this family is. So we're hoping for some good news as we go through the week and as we get into practice here the next couple of days, and then do what we do best: get on a bus and travel south and hope to play well. I think what this week did for us more than anything is things that we talked about in practice happened on the field. We didn't always execute correctly, and gosh, we really hit the ball well. A lot of hits on the board, not a lot of runs on the board. So how do we then execute in those meaningful moments? So a lot of good things came out of it for sure, Stephen. Once again, being in the Northwest Conference tournament in this difficult conference, it's quite the accomplishment, and I'm proud of them.
Talk a little bit about Corinne Vasiloff and her pitching performance this year. And, we saw on Sunday, she got hit pretty good early, first couple of innings, and then middle of the game retired 13 batters in a row against a hitting team like George Fox. Does that exemplify the kind of improvement she's shown in years she's had in 2023?
Yeah, absolutely. This is someone we don't use a lot of these moments to talk about our individual players that much. Corinne, from day one that she came here to campus, knew what she had, the ability that she had, but what a lot of people don't realize is all the work that she does on her own, what she did in the summer to come back and be prepared for this year, and then to watch it actually play out statistically. And while those are things that we look at, especially pitchers, she looks at that, but she just wants to win. She wants to win games for her team. And to do that against really good teams, that's a big deal for her. But what she cares about is all the in-game adjustments, the adjustments that she makes during the week, and then things that she's able to do during games. She is something special, and she's to have another year with her is really exciting for this program and for her. The pitches that she works on, how she tries to get them to move differently in games, the speeds that we talk about. And then what a lot of our fans may not know is we do a lot of the work before those games, Steve, but it really is up to her and Taylor a lot. Taylor calls a lot of pitches behind the plate that she's got so much trust in. But no doubt about it, that is all Corinne and her work ethic that has enabled her to become one of the top pitchers in the conference this year. And as you know, when you get into the playoffs, you need one hot pitcher, and we hope that that's going to continue for her this weekend.
That was my next question. We need to look at the tournament this weekend. It's at Linfield, the top seed. That's our opponent in the first round. But just talk about the format as a double elimination format, and how how you would handicap as a coach. It's probably an unfair question, but how you see this tournament potentially playing out.
Well, if you're going to win a tournament, you've got to be the best team, the hottest team at the right time. You need some breaks, you need some luck, and you got to beat the best team. If you are not going in as the number 1 seed, you got to beat them at some place, somewhere along the lines, and maybe even twice. We felt we showed really well on day 1 against Linfield, but even playing really well against a team that is executing, I think, at all levels, it shows how hard it is. And when you don't play well, it shows how think big the gap can be. Our team wants that shot. We're looking forward to that first game against Linfield. And then we believe we've got the ability against the number 2 and the number 3 seeds. But we've got to go in and play better softball all the way around. You can't make mistakes in these games. We can't have rundown errors. We can't have mismanaged throws. We've got to have timely hitting. And this is the pressure we put on the team all year long, so it won't be something they'll be surprised about in practice or when we get into the tournament this week.